Did you know? Turtles are suffocating in plastic garbage, dolphins and whales are enslaved in captivity, sharks have their fins chopped off and thrown back into the ocean. Thousands of fish and other animals are trawled up from the seabed floor just to be thrown out. The otters, the seals, their fur is coated in oil. Dead zones are growing from toxic chemicals, and this is all happening because of us. We did this. You, me, friends, family, neighbors, everybody. Humans. Sadly, humans have threatened our turtle species due to plastic pollution. I mean, everyone at some point has ignorantly thrown away plastic when it could have easily been recycled. I mean, did you know that half of the world's sea turtles have eaten plastic? Yes, that's right, half. If you were to open up 100 turtles, 50 of them would have plastic in their stomachs, not to mention plastic straws and forks stuck up their nose. Plastic bags strangling their bodies, their necks. Wow. You see, the problem is turtles mistake plastic bags for jellyfish food. And rightly so. I mean, if we can barely tell the difference between a plastic bag and a jellyfish, how is a turtle supposed to underwater? And if we continue to dump millions of single-use plastics into the oceans, turtles will most definitely go extinct. But not if we do something to stop this now. We have to start immediately. And I've got some good news for you. I have a solution to save the turtles. But wait, what about the dolphins, the whales, the other animals? Did you even realize that humans are also driving dolphins to extinction? We're ignorantly keeping dolphins in captivity for our own entertainment, not keeping in mind the long-term repercussions. Can you imagine living in a bathtub your entire life? This is selfish, it's inhumane, it's wrong. We're not only depriving the dolphins, but also decreasing their lifespan by 50% or more, causing a higher increase of self-harm and even suicide. Did you know that they commit suicide because of what we're doing? Jeez. But listen, we have the solution to end this madness and improve the lives of these magnificent, intelligent creatures. And it's not only the dolphins, but it's also the whales that are going to cease to exist soon. All because of, you guessed it, us, humans. Whaling is a huge problem too, and it seems to be never ending. In the recent past, an estimate of 1,339,232 whales have been killed off by whaling fleets for our unnecessary desires like meat, oil, blubber, and fins. And it's still happening today, despite the ban. Japan just announced that they will continue commercial whaling. This is wrong. Once again, a case of human destruction on such a ginormous and majestic creature. So what are we going to do about it, right? Now let's talk about how we're going to solve this problem. I have just the solution. We can fix the destruction, the chaos, the madness, and we can rescue thousands of marine animals and provide them with the habitat they need to live a healthy life. But how will we do it, you might ask? Our solution, it might surprise you, it might shock you. So get your snorkel on and let's jump into the solution. Are you ready for it? Rebuilding our coral reefs. Now I know what you're thinking, what do the reefs have to do with turtles, the dolphins, the whales? Well, to answer that, let's look at the aquatic system as a ladder for a better understanding. Or should I call it the trophic network? Let's say you start climbing up a ladder. The first step is obviously at the bottom, right? So the bottom is kind of like the coral reefs, okay? Corals are known as primary producers, so they give function to life and all higher organisms in the food chain. So without that first step, or without the coral reefs, animals wouldn't have energy, the food, the nutrients, the clean water, and they wouldn't be able to survive. So just like with the ladder, without the first step, it would be much harder to get to the second or the third step, right? So let's climb up a few steps to the middle of the ladder. This middle spot represents fish. These are known as consumers. Now we know as we're standing in the middle of a ladder, without the steps below, we cannot go back down. And this is the same as the fish. The fish can't live without the coral reefs below them. So imagine something with me. Imagine that you don't have a house to live in and you're up all night with no protection, worrying about the bad guys trying to steal your family. And that's where the reefs come in. They provide a safe habitat for these animals to live in. Kind of like the roofs on your house and the walls around you, giving you protection at night. But that's not all. As we climb up the ladder to the highest step, we find the top predators, known to be the big mammals like whales, dolphins, the sharks, the big fish. And we know that being at the top, we can't go any higher and we can't go back down without using the previous steps, right? It only makes sense. Well, us relying on the previous steps of a ladder represents exactly what these top predators do. They rely on the smaller animals to survive. They eat the smaller fish, which eat smaller organisms, which get their nutrients from the coral reefs. You're with me here, right? Now let's take a step higher, off the ladder and onto the roof, for example. This step off the ladder represents us, the human species. We hunt the big mammals such as whales. We're the top predators and we're relying on these smaller creatures to provide us with not only food, but the fresh air we breathe and the clean water we drink, right? We're removing all of the big animals, killing them for stupid reasons, slowly moving down the food chain until nothing remains. But remember, we're at the top of the ladder and we can't move back down the ladder without the help of the base step, the coral reefs. Let's put this into perspective. Corals provide the energy for tiny microscopic organisms to grow, and these organisms are eaten by small fish, then those small fish get eaten by big fish, and those big fish are eaten by huge animals like the whales, the turtles, the dolphins, and the sharks. Now we have to keep in mind that the coral reefs give life to all of those animals I just mentioned, and all of those animals are supplying us with huge amounts of food, but that's not all. Reefs also allow you to breathe the clean air that you're breathing right now. Corals take in atmospheric pollution as CO2 particles and transfer them into fresh, breathable oxygen. And fresh water for that matter. So let's go back and ask ourselves, wouldn't you agree that animals cannot survive without coral reefs? And wouldn't you agree that you cannot survive without the coral reefs? So maybe you're still wondering, well, how does rebuilding the artificial reefs actually help to save these animals and thus humanity? I'll tell you exactly how. Because after you learn this, it will all make complete sense. Coral reefs give turtles an endless supply of food. You see, turtles eat sponges, and then when turtles remove these specific organisms, it in turn allows the corals to grow as well. This is what we call a symbiotic relationship. It's like the relationship between a dog and its owner, right? I mean, the dog supplies protection and companionship, while the human provides food and shelter. It only makes sense, doesn't it? The reefs give a protected area for whales and dolphins to raise their young, just like a daycare. And would you rather send your kids to a dangerous place to play and grow up in the wild? Or would you rather send them somewhere where they can be safe and happy, allowing them to be the best that they can be? The latter, of course, right? I mean, the reefs are the biggest provider of food for all sea creatures, and without the reefs, they cannot eat. So imagine having no food, no grocery store, and starving to death. We could never imagine such a thing. But these animals need coral reefs to live and grow, just like we need proteins, the sugars, and carbs to grow. So for instance, the whale shark, the biggest fish on the planet. But believe it or not, these gentle giants only eat microscopic plankton. So you see, the whale sharks need to eat thousands of plankton each day to survive. And guess where they get that plankton from? You're probably starting to notice a pattern here. The coral reefs, of course! Now, wouldn't you agree that the coral reefs are the ultimate engine, allowing all forms of aquatic life to grow and survive? I thought so. So now that you have a better understanding of the food chain and understand that coral reefs are essential in our lives and all marine life for that matter, let's get into the solution on how we're going to fix this together. That's where Care for Corals comes in. Our project focuses on the conservation actions and rebuilding artificial coral reefs worldwide to create a safe home for sea animals like the turtles, the dolphins, the sharks, the whales, and many, many more. The fish, the squid, the seahorses, the crabs, the sponges, the plankton, the sea stars, jellyfish, you name it, the list goes on. This idea was developed by our dedicated founder, Sydney Baxter. She was a graduate student at the time studying marine biology with the one goal in mind: to save our oceans. And after more than 6 years of university education, she decided she had to take things into her own hands to make a real difference, and that's when she created Care for Corals. She began to rebuild artificial reefs everywhere she possibly could because she knew deep down that this was the only solution proven to work. By this time, she had already saved over 1,000 fish with her work in a private laboratory. So while saving those fish, she was also removing plastic and trash from the oceans worldwide, from the Mediterranean Sea, the Atlantic Ocean, the Caribbean Sea, and the Great Lakes up north, and even down south in the Gulf of Thailand. She knew that every contribution would help make a difference. Now flash forward to today, our team consists of scientists who expanded this amazing idea through years of hard, diligent work, real-life experience, and specialized knowledge. Sydney has turned her passion into building artificial reefs everywhere around the world, knowing that she can preserve the turtles, the whales, the dolphins, and all the creatures that rely, remember, on the coral reefs. Not to mention the actual habitat itself, right? And now you get the privilege to help her do what she does best, which is saving our oceans. And wouldn't you agree that's what we all want, right? Now we can't forget why we're here. Sadly, we need to be reminded that humans are destroying marine animals and destroying the precious coral reef habitats they live in. Their homes. They didn't choose to be living in destruction. We chose for them. And that's not fair, is it? For example, did you know that 93% of corals in the Great Barrier Reef have been affected by bleaching? In other words, 93% are injured and on their path to death. 93%, that's crazy, it's insane, and something needs to be done now. And were you aware that 50% of Florida's coral reef system is already dead? And it's estimated that by 2050, 90% of the world's coral reefs will completely disappear. That's almost 100% of the coral species, almost 100% of our breathable air, the drinkable water. Wow. And believe it or not, that time is coming sooner than we think. And if we want to fix this problem, I think you'd agree that we have a lot of work to do in a little amount of time. So this is why we need artificial reefs to replace the dead corals in our oceans, and we need to start now. And that's where Care for Corals comes in, with our artificial reefs that will solve this exact problem as soon as possible with a little help from you. So you're probably asking, well, what can I do to help? I mean, I can't physically go out and build these artificial reefs. How can I fix this problem? Trust me, it's actually easier than you might think. Just type in your name and email on this page, click the button, sign the pledge, and contribute to helping save the turtles, the whales, the dolphins, and us. And I'll talk to you on the other side.